Greetings, infinite blessings, and welcome to another moment of now, another episode of Together We Rise. Today is day 9, the 9th day of Christmas, and we're going to talk about self-worth. It leads on perfectly from the last two episodes, talking about being able to feel another person's pain and also being able to fully and completely accept everything that has been, everything that is, was, or ever shall be. Only for a full acceptance of all of these will you ever be free. I would ask that if you are new to the channel, that you actually go back and watch episode number 4. It is a guilt removal guided meditation. It is found on the mainstream meditation channel as opposed to the Cosmic Surfer channel. And if you have not yet watched that, please actually stop this video now. The link will be in the description as well as at the end of the video. So if you scroll all the way to the end of the video, it will bring up the mainstream meditation series with the guilt removal meditation included. Once you have fully accepted everything and removed the guilt attached to anything you've experienced in the past, you can then go about creating your future. Being an empath, again, as we described in the episode or 2 days ago, is a beneficial experience, is a beneficial gift if you use it in the right way. If you hold on to past events and experiences and allow another person's pain that you have created to undermine your ability to go forward in the most beautiful and optimal conditions, then you are choosing to allow that pain to affect you. Everything is choice. You are creating it so. So today is self-worth. We're going to talk about the reason that you are worthy. The next episode actually being the most powerful words in existence, which is I am. So today is episode or day number 9 of the 12 days of Christmas. 10 is going to be the power of the words that we speak, to do with the way that we vibrate, as it's all to do with the law of attraction. Whatever you vibrate at, you attract from the universe around you. Whatever you vibrate at, you create. Whatever you vibrate at, you experience. If you believe yourself worthy of experiencing something beneficial, then you will vibrate as though you are worthy and you will attract it to you from around you. If you don't feel worthy of love because you have previously wronged somebody, then you will be subconsciously creating a barrier to deflect away any experience that would reflect that of love. So you may even consciously think, I want to feel love, but subconsciously, unconsciously, you don't believe yourself worthy of it. Therefore, you will unaware and unintentionally almost deflect everything which represents love. By knowing your worth, by accepting everything that is, by removing guilt, by being aware of not taking in other people's emotions or pains on yourself, other than through the beneficial learnings that they bring. All of these elements that we have shared so far in the 12 days of Christmas will bring you to a point where today you can align with your worth through the beautiful meditation that I will include and introduce in a moment. A self-worth meditation. To be worthy, to know you're worthy of experiencing anything that your heart desires. The truth is that we're all equal. Unconditionally and eternally, we are all equal. We have different views, different perspectives, different beliefs. We've all done and experienced different things in life. But what's to say that what you've experienced is any more or less important than what somebody else has? We are all playing our unique role in this beautiful game, play, adventure that we call life. And you are just as important, as well as just as insignificant as everybody else, as I am myself. To know that you are worthy means you can go about experiencing that which you are worthy of experiencing. Again, if you don't believe yourself worthy of a love other than one which is repressive or distant, then don't be surprised that you only ever attract and connect to people that show you a love that is repressive and distant. It all comes through our beliefs. It all comes through the programs that we learn as children. If you're told that you're not worthy, if you're told you're not good enough, if you're told you're bad, then guess what? If you tell a child that they're naughty, they have no reason to disbelieve you, and then they have no reason to act any differently. I tell my children, through the education that they have gifted me, that it is never them. I ask my children, do you think the thing you did was a good thing or not a good thing? Therefore, it's a thing they've done. It's not them. It's not that they're bad. You're naughty. You naughty boy. It's not that I'm telling them they're bad, because they're not. I'm asking them their opinion on whether the thing that they've done is a good thing or not a good thing. Therefore, I'm not even using the low vibrational frequency of the word bad. We're using good. Good or not good. They can choose whether it's good or not good. They know what good is and they know what's not good. They then choose, and then they can learn and grow accordingly. Okay, so what you've done, the thing you did, wasn't the best option maybe. Maybe there's a better way of looking at it, of reacting in future. Maybe by allowing this learning from a neutral standpoint, instead of heightening and raising the emotional response, it will allow for the learnings to be more easily integrated. Tell a child they're naughty and spank them, they're going to instantly go into fight or flight mode. They're going to block everything that is trying to be delivered to them and try to run away or fight. If you keep somebody in a neutral position, they're more likely to listen to the information that you are delivering, integrate it, and then be able to actually process and use it in future. So, worth. What are you worthy of? What dictates and defines your worth? Who has decided that one person is more worthy than another person? Well, each and every individual decides their own worth as well as the worth of those around them, and the worth of those around them is decided and dictated through a reflection of their own worth. I know that my worth is unlimited. I am priceless. My worth does not, there is no words. It can't be categorized. It's limitless, as is yours, as is the potential to experience and achieve the life of your dreams. I know this to be true because I have done it myself, and I have been so far removed from this truth that it is the reason I know without a shadow of a doubt that you have within you the potential to experience your truest and greatest life in all ways. All you need to do is decide that you are worthy of doing so, and then take those steps towards it. Make those changes. Self-worth. If you are listening to this now, if you are new to the channel, or even if you're not, if you have not yet done any of our free courses, self-empowerment being the one that I would guide you towards, there is some very powerful courses housed on the Greatest Version website. Incredibly powerful, life-changing courses. The Energy Mastery 111 course being the latest in the series of courses, and that one is, I've said before, it will change the entire fabric of your reality. But the free courses that are there, at the moment there is going to be a massive shake-up to the site, but at the moment there is the Anxiety Freedom course, which is free, How to Raise Your Vibration, which is free, and the self-empowerment one. So I would say anxiety freedom, self-empowerment, raise your vibration. Then you've got everything you need to go forward and actually mindfully choose the life which you wish to experience, knowing that you are worthy of doing so. So a simplistic way of realizing your worth okay. I'd like to take you on a journey now. And in this journey, there's going to be a story told, of which you are part of yourself, as well as many other characters. So allowing yourself to become relaxed, comfortable, open and aware, ready to experience, to just watch, to listen, to feel, simply because you can. Take a few deep, mindful breaths in and out, connecting to your body. And just allowing for that breath to enter and to exit. Knowing that each breath is just as important, is just as beneficial, is just as worthwhile as the last. Between the inhale and the exhale, every part of the breath is just as important, just as meaningful, just as worthwhile. And that where we could try to categorize a breath as being a single one, a single breath in and out being one breath. I'd like you to notice that the rhythm, the continual flow of the breath as it goes in and out, is one breath, a single breath, the eternal breath. But for now, I'd like for you to join me. So having closed your eyes and entered into a deep and relaxed state of being, just listen to the sound of my voice as we go back in time, forwards in time, side to side, inside out and upside down. Just listening to the sound of my voice and hearing and feeling as that breath enters and exits your body. Allow as you drift deeper down still. Allow for the words that I am speaking to be heard clearly and embodied fully. And I'm sure that you've all been to a shopping centre recently, having been Christmas. And perhaps you've used a lift. Or at some point in the past, I can almost guarantee that each and every one of us has used a lift at some point in our life to take us up or down. Go ahead and just drift deeper down still. Down. All the way down. And as you step onto the lift, I'd like you to allow for 7 other people to join you. The first 7 people that come to mind, including people that you are very close to, as well as those which you only know from a distance. People who are the most important to you in life, as well as those who really matter not. And with the 7 other people and yourself being the 8th, go ahead and press the button to go to floor number 8. And as you begin to rise and ascend, fully and completely embodying this experience and the truth of who you are, your self-worth, your unconditional worth, take a moment just to appreciate everybody in the room around you as the lift comes to a stop. The lift has stopped midway between two floors, and part of the safety procedure is that the lock is fastened tightly and that the lift is sealed, is airtight. Within this room, within this box, within this world, every person in that lift, despite how important that you perceive them, is all in the same situation or having the same experience. And I'd like you to notice that each person has a different point of view, a different perspective. The happy-go-lucky, half glass full person sees it as just another experience, even likened to an adventure. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe something exciting. Maybe we'll meet somebody new. There is a few people that just seem to accept it for what it is. Sit down and get out their phone perhaps, do something to pass the time, to distract themselves from what is taking place. And there would always be somebody who sees it as the end of the world, as the worst thing that has ever happened. Oh, that's it, we're all going to die. Well, yeah, we are. We are all going to die. So let's enjoy the experience up until that point. Return to the breath. Focus on the breath for a moment. Listen as it exits and enters your being, as it fills your lungs and your entire body in that beautiful inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and let go and release everything and anything which is no longer serving you. Allow the breath to enter and exit. Enter and exit. I'd like you to take a moment just to realize that the process of breathing is one of acceptance. You are worthy of the breath. You are worthy of life. Therefore, you are worthy of everything that you can experience within it. To live your most joyful, expansive, and beneficial life is actually doing justice and giving gratitude to the breath. It is using that breath to the enjoyment of yourself and everybody else. The more that you are in a place of peace and harmony, joy and bliss, the more easily it is for those around you to see this upon you and within themselves. And after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45 minutes, there has been no communication with anybody outside. There has been no real communication with anybody inside. Yet there is one fact that is clearly, and by everybody, known and felt that the air in the room is becoming thin. The oxygen levels are plummeting, and with each breath in and out, you are taking that valuable life force energy out of the air and integrating it, infusing it within your being. And in this moment, I would like you to ask yourself, are you any more or less worthy of that beautiful life-bringing breath than anybody around you? Being worthy of the breath, just as worthy as everybody else, as each of you takes your own unique breath in and out. I'd like you to notice that nobody is trying to take more or less of what is always there, of what is theirs to receive, that unconditional abundance. Breathe in and fully embody your worth of that breath, of your life, of all the joyful, liberating and uplifting experiences within it. You do not know to a point of complete understanding and realization what the future holds. You could have lived a very ordinary, very sheltered, very uneventful life so far. And that could and will, through your choice, change in an instant. Or you could have experienced a multitude of situations, of events, of experiences, but not learned anything from them. Having been too narrow-minded and focused upon material possessions or goods or wealth, perhaps you've experienced a lot, and it has all passed you by. Is the nature of a man, of a woman, which for me projects what they are able to experience and achieve. Yet somebody who is here to cure cancer is just as important and no more important than somebody who is here to fix the plumbing in my house. Each person plays their unique role in a way that we are unable to consciously comprehend. Yet each person is equally important and worthwhile, worthy of experiencing life, this beautiful game adventure that we call life. And as you all continue to breathe in and out, notice that each of you allows that breath to enter and exit equally and unconditionally, not trying to take more or less than anybody else, experiencing the breath for what it is, through the acceptance of it, and the unconditional allowance of all that is, was, or ever shall be. You are worthy of the breath. You are worthy of warmth, of cold, happiness and sadness. You are worthy of being awake and asleep, alive and passing on. You are worthy of all experiences and then some. I wish you happiness and health, abundance in all ways, including wealth, prosperity, joy, and bliss. A bliss that connection to your true internal self will bring. I ask that you fully and completely, with the next breath in, breathe in and embody that worth. And take a moment just to realise, as everything shifts and alters and changes, that you're stood within that lift on your own. You have always been there on your own, and that in fact you have not even yet pressed the button. And the experience that you have just had was all created by you, for you, so that you can see that no parts of yourself outside or inside are more or less worthy or important than any other. Your point of view, your perspective, your belief is just as important as somebody else, and theirs to yours. Just as there are many people outside of yourself, some who play more important roles, some who you would previously have perceived more important or more interesting, that you spend more time communicating or connected with. Just as there are those people that you do not care too much about and do not spend too long interacting with. There are all manner of parts, internal parts to yourself that represent these external. These internal parts each have a role, a task, a position within the whole, and each one of them brings you a different outcome to a different situation. Which one is more important? Or are they in fact all equally and unconditionally important? As well as smattering not. To decide that the part of yourself which is happy is more important than the part of yourself that is sad is fundamentally incorrect, as both parts are part of the same whole, part of the same self. You in completion are priceless. You are worthless because there is no worth that can be attached to you. You are a being of unlimited potential in all ways, and you are one complete sovereign being. The consciousness that you are housed within the body that you are operating, that you are experiencing it all through, is your aspect of self, just as mine is of me. Yet I know that my worth is the same worth as yours is of me. And just by allowing that breath to enter and exit, knowing that each one of us is entitled to and actually benefits from the intake and release of that beautiful breath. Beautiful. I'd like you to write down what it is that you are desiring the experience of or the achievement of. Write down your goals, your desires, your ambitions, your dreams, and next to it write the number that you are. Write them in a list of importance, with number 1 being the most relevant, number 1 being the one you want to experience and achieve most of all, and number 10 being the one that you want to experience least of all. And then with that list, make a new list of 3, with those three things being the most important to the least important, but your top three. The three most important things, create a new list, with the most important being the third on the list. Focus on that one, and then bring your attention back to the first one. And know that in order to reach the last step, step number 3, you need to take step number 1. Which step is the most important one? On a journey, which step is the most important? The first, the middle, or the last? We could say that the first is most important because it begins the journey, and without the first step, there is no more to be experienced afterwards. We could say it's the last step because it's the last step which brings you to the completion of the journey, with all the experiences being fully integrated and embodied. We could say it's the middle step because we know what the beginning is. It's the first step. We know what the end is. It's the completion of it. Yet it's the middle that we create and experience as we go. It's the middle part that brings the enjoyment and the pleasure and the wonderment to life. It's the middle ground that is always the true and most beneficial way. Whichever path you take, whichever direction that you are heading in, create this list for yourself, and then after taking the first one and realizing it is just as important and worthy as the second, and that is just as important and worthy as the third, you'll realize that by taking smaller steps towards a bigger goal, the bigger goal is easily achieved because you are reassuring and re-cementing that worth within yourself and the ability to be able to achieve as you go along that path, that journey, that experience. Thank you. As I say, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Go over to the Mainstream Meditation channel and ensure that you have subscribed to that and listen to the first 5 days of the 12 days of Christmas there. And then continue on to the Cosmic Surfer channel and listen to the rest of the 12 days, being 7 installments on here. Tomorrow's episode is the power of I am, the words that you speak, and that which you vibrate being that which is then experienced and created in the physical. Thank you for everything you do and for who you are. You are more than worthy. Drop me a comment below, comment worth, to let me know that you're on board, that you have accepted your worth and your true potential to experience everything in life. Like, comment and share this video with your friends. And again, make sure you're subscribed. That subscribe button. And I will catch you again tomorrow for the power of I am. I am you as you are me. We are all that was or ever shall be. Universal energy dancing rhythmically, playfully and majestically in this beautiful game that we call life. And even scientifically, they cannot deny that this is right. Love, light and infinite blessings. Namaste.